All right, Deuce and Mo, instant reaction. Kings got the biggest win of the season. I'm calling it that because it was the end of a road trip, a long 6-game road trip, and all I heard was about Minnesota's defense. It's a bad matchup. Minnesota doesn't lose games at home. The Sacramento Kings showed up tonight and played like a tough team, played like it was a big game. I loved everything about tonight's win. Morgan, Reagan, what jumped out?
Well, it being a big game, going into this game, it being a big game, and them having coming off of those 2 losses against the Pelicans, I was like, yikes, what team are we going to get tonight? We knew that this was going to be a tough matchup, not only because of size from the Minnesota Timberwolves, but we knew it was going to be tough because the T-Wolves were 7-0 at home.
Best record in the league.
Best record in the league, but 7-0 at home, and that's until the Sacramento Kings stepped up and said, hey, we want to come in and play the type of game that we're actually used to playing.
Played some great defense, especially in the second half. Loved what I saw. A couple of things. They won the points in the paint battle. They out-rebounded them. They had more bench points. They had more second chance points. It took everybody tonight. They did it without Keegan Murray, which is really good because Keegan's been their best defender this year. They didn't have him to throw it, and it was a great win. And I love that they had to fight through some tough calls. They felt like they weren't getting the whistle. You got to play through it. Fox got a technical, fine. But don't let it take you out of what you're trying to do. They took a punch from Minnesota, who cut the lead from 22-6 at the half, but Sacramento came out in that second half and really set the tone. Fox with 36. Sabonis played big. HB had 18. And how about Trey Lyles?
Well, we talked to Trey Lyles after the game, and that's what I was going to say. You asked about their mentality coming out of the half, and he basically was like, well, we switched it by just being like, look, we can't complain about calls. We can't worry about calls, and we got to play our game. And that's so hard to do. It's so much easier said than done to be like, hey, guys, we need to stop complaining. But then you all buy in and actually do it. You make that adjustment mentally, and that was a huge adjustment by everyone. But like you just said, Trey Lyles coming in, still knocking down some big threes. His energy, what he brings to this team, and just what he brings to this team, being able to roll with that small ball 5 or just having someone that you want to stretch the floor, gives you something else to this Kings squad on both ends of the floor.
This Kings team scored 124 points against the best defense in the NBA, a team that is so good at defending the 3. Minnesota came into tonight elite in that category. Sacramento was 17 of 35 from downtown. Just a big time performance by the Kings. It wasn't just knocking down shots, about how they get shots. We're going to go over all of it tonight on Night Jet because yes, we're going live.
Hell yeah.
Later tonight. We're driving back from the NBC studios in San Francisco. We just wrapped up post game. We're going to get back to the studio, going to go live and talk to you. There's so much to go over. Appreciate you guys. Let us know what you thought about the win. Kings are 3-0 in the in-season tournament. They're going to have a chance to go. Let's go. I want to go to Vegas. Let us know what you thought about the win. Who stood out? Who is the player of the game? Make sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe.